Welcome back to episode 50. I can't believe we've made it to 50 episodes of my Stationeers Mars playthrough. Certainly more than 50 hours, I'm sure. Anyway, last time you'll remember we started work on the second rocket, which is coming along quite well. There's only a couple of stages left to add, but I do need some more astroloy to do that. So the plan this episode is to finish that rocket and get it mining ore, after which we'll be hopefully so well stocked everything will be fine. Right, now I'm just going to come down here because I think we've run out of coal in here again. Still struggling slightly with power. I'm going to just try nudging. I know I'm constantly tweaking this, but just trying to get the balance right in here. The flow rate on the generator, because we seem to be getting less power now than we were. Maybe just that it's not running for very long. Right, I'm actually going to also try and suck some of the atmosphere out of here and refresh it with what I hope is some slightly colder CO2. It's going to take a little while to that to work, but hopefully that will do the job. Actually, I'll leave that on. Give it a bit more, not that much more pressure. More gas will take more time to heat up, but on the other hand it will take more time to cool down as well, so it's a bit of a trade-off. Let's try those settings and see how that gets on. See where it settles after a little while. It's really incredibly hot in there still. Actually, that's not a bad idea. I'll just blow some out of the airlock. We've got lots of CO2. It's a good way to very quickly reduce the pressure in there. You see, each time I do this, it's taking about 10 kPa of pressure out. Okay, we'll do it one more time. There we go. So that's brought the pressure in here down to 45 kPa. So what I'm hoping is that this will now feed it with some more cold air. Temperature's down slightly. The other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to actually add a radiator to the CO2 tank, because that will help to cool what's in there. We have had some pretty high temperatures in that CO2 tank previously. There may not even be any left at this point. Oh no, there's loads left. Yeah, it's 18 degrees, so if I could get that even colder, that will help. In fact, I'm going to pinch a radiator from here. And I'm going to put that onto there. So hopefully that will help that CO2 tank to just slowly drop in temperature. I mean, that's a lot of gas in there, so it's going to take a while. But hopefully that will work. Right. So system failure because the coal has run out again. Which we'll need to come back to. Right. So a shout out particularly to Jimmy, who has been pointing out for a couple of episodes I need a hard suit. You're absolutely right. One of the things I was thinking about is whilst I'm making astroloy, whether or not I can make enough to do that. So it's going to need 10 astroloy and 2 stellite for the suit, and another 2 and 2, so 4 stellite and 12 astroloy. So if I can make enough, it's definitely on my to-do list. I think I've more than demonstrated that I'm too clumsy not to have one. I've just seen mine right ores, so I'm hoping that we might be able to pick them up, but probably not. Oh. It's junk, come on! Whoops, a little bit too aggressive there, but never mind. Any chance? No. Okay, I guess we're making more astroloy. Right, which means I'm going to need... Right, hang on, that's the first thing I'm going to do is have a tidy up. This is in a state, right? Let's switch those belts over. Okay, that'll be fine. Which means first things first, we're going to need more cobalt, because total cobalt supply.
System failure. Alert. Alert.
I'll grab some more coal while I'm out. But
Failure.
20, no 30, there we go.
System failure.
Right, I'll top up the jetpack before I go, because I don't want to end up down a hole with no jetpack. That's very little fun indeed.
Jetpack critical.
Okay, and get the sensor lenses on.
Jetpack on.
Let's go see what I can find. So we're going to probably need copper. We're certainly going to need coal, but we need cobalt as well. Right, I'll grab some of this while I see it on the surface. That's the whole of that vein, I think. Nice shallow one. Okay. I'm going to grab this copper while I'm here. And I need a drink. Let's finish this copper vein and then I'll grab a drink. Like I said, that goes all the way up the mountain, so let's just do this bit of it. There. Go. Right. This one on the surface anyway, nice and easy. Okay, right, quick drink. Oh, should have brought more water with me, never mind. Hopefully not going to be out for too long. Okay, let's get on with it. Right, come on, there's got to be some cobalt around here somewhere. is a really complicated mess to try and understand when it's got the goggles projecting on top of it. It's really strange. There's some inside the mountain. Okay, well I guess we're going through the oxide to get there. There we go. I think I'll mine this whole vein. That's more than we need, but save's coming back for more. And stellite is one of the materials that I haven't yet cracked the automatic smelting of in the advanced furnace. I know what needs to happen, but unfortunately on one IC I've run out of lines of code to program, because you can only have 128 lines, and well, I've used them all, so I have to figure out a workaround to get what I need. Where's the base? Where is the base? Oh, it's over there, that's okay. I need to figure out a workaround to get what I need without either without using so much code, or I need to figure out a way to use 2 chips to do it. So that's going to require some more thinking. That's the challenge of IC programming, really. But there we go. I suspect the simplest solution might be to use a second chip to dilute the fuel before it's loaded, but I need to experiment a bit with that in a sandbox just to see whether I can actually make it work. Well, that was actually just a false reading. Right, okay, let's just wreck some of this and pull out whatever falls to the ground and carry it. I may as well take 2 handfuls home. Iron is so satisfyingly fast to mine compared to everything else. Right, okay, I think that's probably all I'm going to be able to carry anyway, so hopefully that will be a stack of each. That's going to be more than a stack of iron, of course, but actually a disappointingly small amount of copper. Have I got? Oh, I have still got a backpack slot. Okay, I'll take it. That'll do. Right. Right, okay, let's get out of here. Get home before it gets dark.
Hydration critical.
Well, it's starting to look like a spaceport now with gantries and rockets.
System failure.
Okay, first things first. Let's dump this in here.
System failure. Alert.
And let's shut this alarm up, at least briefly. How's this? It's generating a nice big peak now when it runs. And in fact, batteries are kind of okay on charge at the moment, which helps. Drop that in there. It's not the most urgent, but it is quick to smelt. Drop the small stack. There we go. Right. Oh, I could have hung on to one of those coppers, couldn't I? Never mind. It's done now, so now I cannot. Right, that's what we've got. 91 cobalt. Okay, so with knowing we've got 91, let's have a quick look. So I need astroloy, which... one unit of cobalt, 2 units of steel to 1 copper. So 50, if I had 50 copper, 50 cobalt and 100 steel, then that would produce me 50 astroloy, which I think is enough. Let's check out stellite. Okay, so that's cobalt, silver, silicon. So the issue I'm getting to with stellite is it needs a minimum temperature of 1.8 kk, and I'm getting to literally 6 degrees short of that, which is a little bit frustrating, but there we go. Right, okay, so thinking about this, I definitely need to get enough astroloy first, so let's... Oops, I know ideally I'd like 12 over, but I must have... Right, we need electrum for the coupling module. I think I put that in to cook last time. But I'm not seeing that having fallen out, which suggests something's not quite working. No, it's still got that in there. Okay, let's reset the chip. Put that back on. Hopefully that'll do its thing. That's turned on. There should be gas. Shouldn't there? Have we used all the gas? Okay, that's interesting. Where is all our fuel? Well, I guess it's in the rocket, but... Is this because the oxygen temperature's too high? I guess it is. Might need to change the thresholds on that. Oh, I should have checked. I didn't check the temperature. Well, I did check, but I didn't actually remember the temperature. No, that's cool enough. Yeah, I think that's the issue. The oxygen temperature's too high. I might need to change the threshold on this. It's a little bit too safe at the moment. Okay, so this is the gas mixer control. And the issue is the fuel mixer is not going to work if Now, which one are we looking at? So the fuel mixer is device D3, so R7, so 5 and 6. So the temperature needs to be less than 10 Celsius. I'm going to move that to, for the oxygen tank, which is D0, which is therefore R0. I'm going to move that to 288. That's still comfortably below. I'm almost tempted to move it to 290. I think I'm going to do it. I'm going to do that. I think it's slightly less safe, but I'm still reasonably comfortable that it's not going to cause a massive problem. And we need to start processing some fuel. There we go. That's better. Now I'm going to go get some water. Oh, there goes the rocket. Yep, that seems to have cured that problem. Right, very quickly. No, it's in here now because I took it off. Oh, I'll put the rest of it in there. Okay. I'm ahead of myself. I thought I had one stack left. Right, let's move this over here a bit. No, okay. Alright, well you can go over there. No, go over there. Go on, get in there. Right, that was not what I meant to do, but never mind. Right, that'll do.
Power low.
Right. I think I'm going to dispose of these seeds. I've been a bit cautious about disposing of too many and ending up with inadequate number of seeds to grow things, but I think we're okay. I'll shoot that one in there anyway. Actually, it went quite a long way through. That means we have actually got a little bit. Right, those go. Oh, missed. Not only did I miss, I now can't get the right angle to pick it up. That's annoying. Right, still something not quite right in that corner. Get rid of all of that. Right. Yeah, I might have to check out, maybe that routing's not quite working right. I might need a reset. Something strange. If in doubt, pull it and reset the whole system. Hopefully that will work. Either that or there's something blocking that again, which is entirely likely, let's be honest. Yeah, I mean, this whole greenhouse needs a rebuild at some point soon. I've been putting it off for a while, but I think once we get the next rocket up and running, that's the next job, really. meantime, let's go burn some tomato seeds for fun. Okay, hopefully that will keep that fed for a little while. Yeah, that's quite happy. Right, okay, good. There's the electrum. That's good. I'll get that in there. Get that coupling module building. And then the next one we're going to need, well, we're going to need a silo, for which we'll need astroloy. I think I've got to go and get started on the astroloy now, to be honest. Is there any in there?
Jetpack on.
Yeah, there is actually a reasonable amount for a change. And I need some steel, and I need some cobalt. So I've got some steel there. That's the end of the steel though, so I'm going to have to make some more steel soon. And I need some cobalt. Okay, let's go make some astroloy. Right, so I think learning from last time, I'm going to put the smaller ingredients in first. Right, so we're going to set that to 1. Power is a problem, isn't it? That worries me, because if the power cuts out at the vital point when the safety needs to kick in, it's probably because of the pump, but nonetheless. I think I'm going to turn this off for a moment. Okay, it's targeting 3,000. That's surprisingly high. Close enough, I'm going to forcibly light it. Why is the safety not kicking in? Oh, it is now. That was getting a little bit frightening, I'll be honest. Okay, I don't think that's going to make this time, but it should make next time everything's melted. Maybe I need a... Oh, I haven't got any lines of code left. I was going to say maybe I need a pre-melt setting. Anyway, let's let that empty. I should really trust the technology, but that gets so close to the end of that red line that I just think, oh, it's going to blow, stand back. Okay, I'll let that finish. I'll let that just do its thing. I've also just had another idea, which is I can make this have to work less hard if I were to allow the gas to cool a little bit faster elsewhere. So I'm going to pinch a radiator off here and I'm going to stick it on the hot gas lines here, which will increase the rate at which this cools down. I mean, it's only 300 degrees, it's not like it's 3,000, but if it's going in at a few degrees cooler, it will take less effort to bring it down. Though generally I'm pretty happy with how that cooler's working. It is pumping through a reasonable quantity. It's just it's 500 moles a go, and we've got 54,000 moles in the tank, so it may take a while. The other suggestion on one of the previous videos from Cows Are Evil, and I think he's absolutely right, is perhaps if I move some of that cooling infrastructure into the melt rooms, it would actually serve to heat the melt rooms better than that wall heater, albeit slightly less controllably, and it would probably also cool that much faster. So that's an interesting idea that I'm going to work on, but I think let's get this going first. Because I feel like that's an opportunity for me to really blow things up at big scale, let's be honest. Right, I need to open the valve down here, don't I, as well?
Jetpack on.
Why did I not see any astroloy popping out? That should have done it. Oh, it has popped out. It's over there. I just couldn't see it. Right, okay, good. Wiped out by a windmill. Right, okay, astroloy. Okay, so let's get a silo going. And the next thing I'm going to need is the automated rocket automation module, which is going to need more stellite. Okay, so I'm going to have to crack stellite. Right, now this needs to be an upward coupler because we're going to put the silo on top. So that's all that needs. Okay. Actually, before I do anything else, have I got any stellite? I think I took everything out of that vending machine a couple of episodes back, didn't I? Yeah, except for the other automated gas module, which... So I legitimately need some stellite from somewhere, so I either need to make some. Good news is there's lots of waspaloy in there, so if there's anything that needs that, that's good, because that's the one I haven't figured out how to possibly make within the constraints of the IC code on the furnace. Right, in the meantime, let's go and see if we can knock something together. Come on, I know there's tons of silver in there. Hand it over. Give me all your silver. Thank you. Right, so we've only got 41 cobalt there, so we will need to stack the silver to 41. Oh, why did I do that? Set the dial before you put the stuff in. Will I never learn? Right, that's a 41, and I'm going to stack the silicon to an 82. Obviously I could have just made two 41s, but it's a lot easier to carry. And then that and that partial stacks can go back in and then they're in the sorter and they'll get restacked into 50s. So that's, oh, look, I've even got 40 there. That can just go straight in there then, can't it? Oops. Go on, off you go. Right. Okay, so I'm going to attempt to get this to make stellite. Pretty sure it's not going to work. You'll see why in a minute. Let's turn that off first because I actually need to dial this up to 4. Thinking about switching this to running on buttons rather than a dial. Let's put the cobalt in. And let it do its thing. So the problem we get to is it lights, and if you watch the temperature, it flies up, doesn't quite hit. Oh, it actually has hit. It actually has hit. When I tested this before, it wouldn't quite get hot enough. Okay, this is good news. This means I might be able to hit it on the cooling curve, if not on the heating. Of course, I think I tested this on the moon, and on the moon it wouldn't quite do it because it's a vacuum. 10 to 20. Okay, so that's not quite doing it because it's not in the right pressure range. I might be able to manually force it in there, although it's now too cool. Right, I'll let it evacuate the furnace. It's not going to pass through the right range now. It might pass through the right range on the ignition, but if not, I think if I'm quick on draining some pressure off, I can actually hit it. If the line limit wasn't so limiting in terms of what you can do, this would be a brilliant implementation to actually build a piece of MIPS-based machine learning, which would be awesome, because actually every planet's atmosphere and the conditions that the furnace are in are slightly different. So for the same reason that home heating systems are a great use case for AI and machine learning, this would be exactly that, because actually it could learn it overshot and it needs to adjust downwards next time. But how to implement that within the 128 lines of MIPS, I'm still thinking about, but it's something I haven't completely thrown away as an idea, and it would be awesome to actually have a machine learning algorithm running inside Stationeers. We'll see. It's certainly doable. I've got the tools to do it. I just don't know if I've got enough lines of code. Not with all the other functionality. As I say, this chip's already at 128 lines, but with a background in AI, that was the first thing I thought about when I started looking at this. I was like, oh, that would be really great. We'll see. Anyway, right, because what it could then learn was that was an overshoot, so next time it wants to make that, it actually doesn't want to go so high pressure. And the reason that it thinks it needs 1500, and actually I disagree, is although I've underestimated, I think. Maybe. Oh, I might have just done it. Yes, look at that. Yeah, it's overshooting, and it's overshooting because it's calculating it based on the temperature of the fuel and the temperature it wants to get to, but I don't think it's allowing for the conductivity. That always terrifies me. I keep thinking something's exploded. I don't think it's allowing for the conductivity of the atmosphere and the effects that has on the furnace, which is fine. It's correct in a vacuum, but to actually make it work properly, I think it does need to know something about the situation. Now, I could hard code it for the Mars atmosphere, but obviously every implementation is subtly different in terms of the other stuff that's around it, what that's doing to the atmosphere and everything else, which is why it looks like an interesting use case, but I'm not sure. As I say, it can be done in the line limit, but I'll keep thinking about it. If I manage to do it, it'll definitely find its way onto the workshop. Right, plastic sheets. I'm also going to need more electronic parts, lots of them I'm sure, but we're getting there. Plastic sheets. The thing to do once this is connected is to hook up the chute system as well. I'll make 10 of these as a guess. I could look it up, couldn't I? That would actually be super smart. Right, let's do it. Automated was probably not the best thing to search for. Automated rocket. Mining module. No, not ice mining module. Ore mining module. Yes, that's what I want. Oh, it was 10 plastic sheets. Okay. That was big brain of me to look that up, wasn't it? Let's also look at the automation module while I'm here. There it is. That's going to need another 25.
Power critical.
Okay. I'll just let that go then. Let's see if I can get this done before my
Jetpack on.
battery runs out. Possibly. Five electronic parts I don't have. So I'm going to need a bunch of those. Look at that. That was highly skillful. Right, I'm going to make a medium CO2. No, I'm not. Before I do anything else, I'm going to stop that. Because that's got to be at 25 by now. Oh, actually, it's not. Amazingly. Now it is. Right, I'm going to make a... I'm going to get stuck to the machines is what I'm going to do. I'm going to make a medium CO2 filter because I am down to my last filter and I don't want to have to keep changing them. As long as I've got the stuff, yes I have. Splendid. Right, let's put that there, let's put that there. May as well make 2 of these, so let's fit the first one. Right, and you can go straight in there. Okay. Slightly killing time now until... Why has that done that? There we go, that's better. Slightly killing time now until the thing's printed, which it has, so that is good. And then we can make electronic parts. I'm bound to run out of stuff on this. Gonna run out of iron and copper. What a surprise. Surely not copper. Hardly used any of that. Okay, there's enough in there then to make another 15 or 16. Well, that's enough. I'll let that just leave that going while I go and fit this to the top. Do not understand why it does all those crazy orientations. When are you ever going to want your rocket pointing straight down at the ground? I mean, I suppose it would be funny, but right. Let's get the cabling done. Okay, that's all of that fixed. So the chutes will be the next thing. I'm going to take the chutes from that auto miner, what's left of them after the explosion, because I don't think we're going to be using that again anytime soon. Just wondering though, where does this one go in? This goes in straight into the ice line. Just wondering whether actually that's probably not a bad place to connect the other one. Having just removed those, but there's probably a neater way to run them in anyway. So let's start up here. Now, did I work out with the other one? I need to come. Yeah, I need to come off one and then down. Okay, that's a decent start. I will need to print some more. Right, come on, where's my stuff? Okay, and then let's get some more chutes printing. Gonna need more iron for those. Thank you very much. That's a good start. Right,
Jetpack on.
I need another 10 anyway, but this will be enough to get the fuel tank finished. Okay, so let's get this done. Well, that was interesting. I'm not quite sure what I did there, but somehow I completely broke the mind of the UI. Right, okay, and we need 4 more. So which I already have got those, I'm
Jetpack
sure.
on.
Probably several times over. Oh no, I needed 20. I'm literally... Right, okay. Where's my gold? Hand over all of your gold. Right, there we go. Okay.
Jetpack on.
And that is rocket number 2. Actually ready to go. Just need to connect the chutes, otherwise we're going to have a right mess when we do. Right, that's not going to be enough. Go and get started at least while it's printing some more. Okay, so this needs to come down here. Guess what we could do anyway, if we've got enough. since we know this is, or we could put a couple of windows in just for interest value. I'm going to do that further up as well. It's always good to see it emptying. Okay, so let's go down. Question is, where are we going to put this? Oops. Question is, am I going to press all the wrong buttons? That's the real question. Right, where am I going to put this? I think I'm going to run it. I could run it under the floor here. That would actually be really quite neat, wouldn't it? Why can I hear the sound of pipes that are under high pressure? Okay, that can only mean one thing. Damn. Doesn't sound too good down there, does it? It's got to be a problem in here. I can hear it. It sounds like a pipe that's going to blow, but I can't work out where it is, unless it's... Oh. That's okay. That's okay. That's okay. That's okay. It's quieter over here. That's okay. That's okay. It's always worth checking the intermediate pipes on these things, because they can... That's at 7. That's fine. It's quieter over here. Which on one level is reassuring, because that's the things I don't want to explode.
Hydration critical.
It's definitely loudest down here. Oh good.
Jetpack on.
Okay, well let's get this finished as quick as possible. And then I think after that I'm going to have to figure out well, quite what I'm going to do. Hopefully I can do this before whatever it is that's groaning and creaking actually pops. But that, you know, could be wishful thinking. I may well have an explosion at any minute. Right. On that happy note, let's get this done. Right. Ah, get in. Okay, that's a good start. So if I re-weld those. Always be careful when you're welding not to point at any cables because you will burn them. I don't know whether the arc welder does, but certainly the normal welder does, and I'm going to assume the arc welder does as well. Right, 6 more here. That's a start, but it's still not enough. Oh, come on, where's my iron? What's going on with this ore sorter today? It's not... Oh, we've run out of iron. Wow. Okay. That's quite a thing. Right, well... I guess I'm making the best of what I've got then. And getting that rocket launched as fast as I can. Right, well the good news is I can definitely reuse a bunch of these because I can chop the end off this. Okay, there we go. And to be honest with you, I may as well just... Oh, come on, get the... That's it. Do that. Let's get rid of all of these. There we go, right. Oh, all that effort and I still missed. Drop them in there anyway, they're probably useful for something. Right, we can use the rest of those chutes when we try to connect up the biofuel. Right, let's get that going. This is a little bit hazardous to reach over here, I must say. I don't know why this is going down. Surely the amount of fuel in it should be going up? Hello? What's going on here? I mean, I can... Let's just check I've got this connected correctly.
Jetpack low.
Oh, I haven't connected those ends anyway. I didn't even realise that. Right, so what's going on here? There's no fuel, that's what's going on here. Right, okay, that's fairly simple.
Jetpack on.
Okay, it's just slightly too high. We really are actually quite short of oxygen. Funny things you run out of. Right, I'm going to just check the pressure in there because I do not want to run out. No, that's okay. That's off, that's off. Right, okay. Right. So I think the melt rooms remain a challenge. quite as planned as it could have been, was it? Never mind, that used them all up. Right, okay. Okay, first of all, actually, before I do anything, I'm going to get my jetpack charged because I may need to fly if this all goes wrong again. And then I'm going to
Jetpack critical.
attempt to sort this out. This could go very wrong. Again.
Jetpack on.
I do think I should probably shut this down so it doesn't relaunch yet again. Is that reading the same fuel? Is it reading the fuel? Yeah, it's reading the fuel from the wrong rocket, isn't it? Actually wondering if I've set this to the wrong rocket. I'm not sure. This is supposed to be able to run on the same circuit as another rocket. I might have to move that. Put an APC in here to split them. Okay. I don't think I've missed anything. No. Okay. Right. Well, let's just quickly attempt to find out whether or not there's any... No, there's no more gas. Okay, this could turn out to be... Actually, have I got the materials to make that hard suit yet? How much astroloy have I got left? Oh, I have. Yes, I have. Right, okay. That's gonna happen. Oh, I need steel. No, don't roll away. I need you. Got steel in there? Yes, I have. Oops, pull the right lever. Oh, come on. This is tedious. Seriously? Give me the missing steel. Thank you. No, that's silver. Still not there. That's steel. Right, what a hassle. Now I've got to load all that back in. Preferably before too much of it rolls away. What's that helmet going? come back here. What is going on today? Right.
Power low.
So as soon as I've got this hard suit, I'm going to switch into that, and then hopefully we'll have slightly better survivability if it all goes wrong. Hopefully. Okay, so you can see it's got far more slots than the basic suit. They are fundamentally the same with the exception of you can add a programmable chip.
Air tank critical.
But the basics are the
Weight
same.
tank critical. Power critical. Filter critical. Hydration critical. Power low. Pressure critical.
There we go.
Temperature critical.
I feel much safer in here, I think. Switch out the battery. Right, actually, let's just throw those through the... keep them as backups. I've learnt nothing else, the value of a good backup. Right, okay. Wish me luck, I'm going in. Now, I think I'm going to start with this side. This could be a right mess. Whoa! I don't even know what is going on. Okay. Physics did something unusual then. It doesn't help that the power's flickering on and off. I suspect that's the grinders in there. Right, I'm going to turn this off. Let's save a bit of power on that pink network. What else is running on there that I could shut down temporarily? Right, that should be off. That's off. Let's turn that off. That's all off. I actually wonder whether... it doesn't feel like it should be drawing that much power. I'm wondering whether this is not set fully up. No, it really is. Okay. There's no getting away from it then. I'm just going to have to put it on its own network. I suppose all these lights are running on there as well. That doesn't help, does it? That one's on the black, but... let's drop them down. That pump's not running, is it? No. I'm going to shut that down anyway, just to be on the safe side. Okay. Right, I think I need to wait for night time to do this, I'll be honest. Doing it at midday is probably particularly stupid. I think what happened, although look, it's now starting, we've now got some pressure in there, so that's a good sign, although I don't know why it's not flowing from there out. I wonder if the active vent is running or not. Should be. That looks more encouraging. The pressure's coming down now. So the ice crushers must be using actually quite a lot of power. I mean, active vents are quite high powered anyway, but just noticed we've lost another solar here as well. That's my bad for not maintaining them between storms. water. I need to deal with that in a minute. Okay, so let's go and
Jetpack on.
deal with that. Which will also sort the power situation out a bit. Still haven't really figured out how to get that warning system working, the alert control system working for damaged solars. The theory was good, but it doesn't seem to be working the way it looked like it would on paper, so more research required there. Given how damaged these are, that will not be helping. What I want to read with the code is that efficiency percent. Obviously not expecting to be able to read health directly, but I thought I should be able to read the efficiency, or at least read the what it's generating versus what it should be generating, which will tell me that they're damaged or blocked at least, but that has clearly not worked out that way. Let's do as many as I can. I'll have to go back and get some more tape, but oof, this one's clearly very damaged. Okay, well that will help at least on power generation. I'll go and do the rest. I can't do anything with that ice until it gets dark. So the only thing I can think with the way that ice behaved was that it popped out, immediately started to melt, and then the suction from the active vent sucked some of it back in again. That's the only thing that makes sense to me in terms of what happened there. It was quite weird the way it kind of flew out and back in. I'm going to watch it back on the video replay later on and see whether I can actually make any more sense of it. But in my head, that's the only thing that would explain that phenomenon of it sort of bursting out the room and then sucking back in again. And I know a few bits went astray, but most of it did go back in. But it does seem to have generated enough atmospheric pressure in there to get things actually melting, so maybe that's been no bad thing. Although the lack of power is obviously an issue. That's down to only 8.8 MPa now, so that is working. Hopefully we'll have some oxygen when I go and look as well. Okay, nearly there. Then I desperately need water. Right, that's pathetic. It's got 1% left on it. Never mind.
Health low.
Yeah, I'm doing it. I'm doing it. I thought that was another tomato, but it was actually just a piece of cable. That's still not right at the end there, is it? I feel slightly sorry for it. It's like it's constantly trying to do its job, but it just can't. I need to probably get in and have a look at what's going on there, to be honest, but drop them down in there. It's another down nitrogen filter. Right, those chutes we're going to need up here, so I'm just going to pop them down in that corner. At least it's slightly out of the way. Probably the pipes are useful down there. The nitrogen filter just needs to go away. But luckily... Oh, that was interesting. Spongy wall. Right. No, I should have gone on. Whoops. Go in there. Okay. So hopefully we're nearly at the point that we can get that second rocket flying. Now it's dark, I'm going to investigate what's going on in that ice room. Right. I've got to turn off these turbo pumps, I think. Which means I've got to turn these off. I think that's the main power draw on there. They are very power hungry. Okay, well, let's see what happens now. Whoa! Okay. So obviously that ice has melted. I'm now flying. I actually can't even get near to it. No, I literally can't get any closer. I just want to shut the door.
Jetpack on.
No. Ugh.
Jetpack on.
I mean, I know it was at 8 MPa, but I did expect that. What was going on? Oh, it's just some weird visual thing. I did think I might be able to get close enough to shut it sometime soon, please. Ah! Okay. Right, what if I push against it with the jetpack? Does that help? No, not really. External pressure is still insanely high. Okay. Right, I mean that's vented a lot of the gas, which I was concerned about, but I'm still baffled as to why the active vent, maybe it's just not running fast enough. Yeah, that should be running. Sadly, I'm going to have to open it again. Let's see where this makes me end up. Oh! So much for the hard suit. Whoa! Yeah, okay.
Jetpack on.
That was a close run thing, I think.
Jetpack on.
Okay, I think I might just have to vent that room. It's a bit of a waste of gas, but I can't get in to work out why it's not working. I think what I've built is a perfect wind tunnel here. I feel I should have put some turbine generators on the roof for this Although that would have stopped me being able to get in at all. The pressure's just not dropping, which means that the vent must not be working. Or there's a problem with the pipe. I'm wondering if the pipe got damaged further back than I realised, because I can still hear the sound of pipes about to burst. Okay, I don't think I've got any choice. I think I've got to vent that room and get in and see what's going on. Prepare to fly again.
Jetpack on.
I will fight you! I will fight you! Still not happening, is it? Thrust up. I don't know if it'll go any higher. No, that's at 200. That's all we're getting.
Jetpack on.
Let me in, little piggy. No, it's really not having it. It's falling pretty fast though. It won't take too long before I can get in. Oh! nearly damaged my suit again. It takes some significant force to damage a hard suit as well. I mean, if I wanted a really big explosion... No. Maybe not. Not this time. Right, now what is going on in here? That is not on. It keeps turning off now. Of course it keeps turning off now because the temperature and pressure has now dropped, but it wasn't on. I can still hear the noise though. I'm suspicious that there may be damage to the pipes inside the wall. May not be. No, looks okay. See, this is where I thought there might have been a problem, but it looks fine. I can still hear the pipe noises though. That pipe network is only at 108 pascals, that's really nothing. Right, why is that? Oh, is it these are overpressure? No. Oh, these are enormous pressure. Well, why is it not just emptying? Why would you not be emptying? You're connected to a pipe. Okay, this is a new one. Ah, they're probably full of water. Of course they are. I need to vent the water somewhere. Right, that's what's the problem then. Those are clogging up because they need to vent the water. So I'm going to have to put in some liquid pipes and a drain, I think. Right, we need iron and copper. Iron's a problem. Let's hope I've got enough if I flick that on. Can't believe I've run out of iron, that's ridiculous. I've got some iron in here, just have to eject everything. I don't even want to think about what's going to happen in those ice rooms once phase changes take place. And it's possible to have the water in those pipes actually freezing At least I now know what that noise was as well, and it explains why that room's not functioning properly. Probably also explains why I was keeping it so cold, actually. Goody goody, storm incoming, always good. See if I can fix this before that happens. So I'm going to put a drain. Oh, don't tell me I need to power a drain. That's insane and ridiculous. Okay, well on the basis I may have to, I'd better put it in there. Oh my god, I actually have to power a drain. Okay, that I don't understand. There are some things that I just think, okay, well that's a design decision. That one's mad, I'm sorry. Right. First things first, I'm going to have to reroute these. Right, which in turn means that's not a good place for that. I don't actually know whether these ice crushers can explode, but I feel like if they can, they're probably going to quite soon. Right, so that will have to go up there in order to bring these pipes out here. Okay, so perhaps we'll put the drain in there. Whoops. Oh, of course the power's on the wrong side. Right, so I'll put that there. And there. There and there. Okay, that's a start. I mean, arguably I could just connect up a pipe and wait for the pipe to burst. That would be an unpowered drain and it would achieve the same thing, but there we go. Perhaps that is the best way to do it. That would be the smart approach to this, to save using power just to drain liquid away when I don't even want to do anything with it, but there we go. In the meantime, hopefully that should depressurise those. Right, that's now at mere 30 MPa. That is draining. That is draining. Okay. Right, that looks hopeful. Yeah, that's really mad. Really mad. Right, okay. Let's get that resealed. And I need, how many pipes do I need? 1, 2, 3, 3 pipes, and I need them before that storm gets here.
Storm is coming.
I meant to do. Right, hopefully that is now going to drain out beautifully. It's still not very high pressure. I don't understand why it's so high pressure.
Hydration critical.
I'm not sure that drain even works. Okay, so 13.7 thousand moles. Oh, come on, stop being silly. Oh, it is, it's just really slow. Right, that would actually be the best bet, would just be to burst the pipe on that, and that would actually drain it the fastest. It's quite tempting. It'll probably happen naturally anyway, to be honest, so I'm not too fussed. And since water currently can't exist outside of pipes, that will just delete it. Still some pipey noises though, so I'm wondering whether the ones on the other side have got similar problems. And whether I've somehow failed to connect something, but there's no way I'm opening the volatile store in daylight when there's a storm coming. So that's just going to have to wait till after the storm. How long have we got? Or at least night time and do it before the storm. Maybe.
Storm incoming.
I'm just thinking if I've forgotten to connect a piece of pipe, that would explain quite a lot. Because this is not exactly high pressure, is it? And there's no H2 in there, which is what I'd expect to see. It's nice and cold in there at the moment, and it's not going to melt, so as long as it gets dark and I've got enough time before the storm, I'll do it. It's very tight. Water.
Power low. Jetpack on.
I'm not sure quite where that rocket's got to. I would have expected it to have returned by now. Unless that will return it. Of course, where it's got to is I've turned this off, didn't I? Not sure this is working properly. I think I might need to deactivate, or not deactivate but break the link. I think having two rockets is confusing this IC. We'll figure that one out in a minute after the storm. In the meantime, I'd quite like this rocket to come home now. Hoping that we haven't screwed up and actually lost the rocket. Which I don't know. I don't know whether that's a thing that can happen. If it maybe doesn't have enough fuel to come home. That would be annoying, having just built the second rocket. I'm not seeing it coming back, so that doesn't look too good, does it? Right, how's the outside temperature? We're now below freezing. How long have I got on that
Jetpack
storm?
on.
The storm is actually super annoying right now. It's something I really don't need. Okay. Right, so clearly that's the issue, but why is it not emptying? Oh, because I never connected that pipe. Ha! Right. Hopefully this is an easy fix. I'm not seeing the rocket coming back.
Jetpack
I
on.
am concerned that the rocket is lost. However, I don't think I've got time to be mucking about looking right now. No, I don't.
Warning. Warning. Storm. Storm incoming. Warning. Warning. Storm incoming. 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 Storm incoming.
Let's head downstairs.
Storm incoming. Storm incoming.
Now I actually needed some pipes in here.
Storm incoming.
Another area where I forgot to connect two ends of pipe. Here we go. No more blue paint. Oh well, that's fine. Right, well, looks like the storm's raging up there, so now's probably a good time to end this episode. I had hoped to end it by launching the second rocket, but since I think we may have lost the first rocket, that's not so good and may require a rethink. Certainly I need to split those rocket control systems onto their own networks. They're obviously interfering with each other, which is not good. So that is a bit of a problem. Anyway, for now, I hope you've enjoyed that episode and sorted a few things out this time. So I hope to see you on the next episode.